All right, everybody, just a quick pre-live stream vlog, because in about an hour and a half, as of the time of shooting this vlog, I'm going to be going live with John Burke. We're going to talk everything from Trump to DeSantis to his service in the military. It's going to be great. He's a constitutionalist podcaster, John Burke, without an E, B-U-R-K on Twitter. All right. As I'm driving, my goodness, is a lot of noise. I prefer the bird chirping to the car honking. As I'm driving around doing my homework, reading the news, I read up on the latest bombshell news story coming out of Georgia in the Fani Willis persecution of Donald Trump and others in that massive RICO case. One of the defendants in that case just filed something of an amazing motion, basically to disqualify Fani Willis's entire office, the prosecution, and dismiss the indictment. The guy's name is Michael. Oh, I knew I was going to forget his name. Michael Roman is one of Trump's co-defendants. Files a bombshell motion alleging that Fani Willis, in her capacity as, what do they call them, district attorneys, or the attorney, the circuit attorney in Georgia, improperly hired external counsel, a man named Nathan Wade, improperly hired external counsel to conduct this prosecution. And I say improperly in that she bypassed the standard rules and safeguards to employing external counsel for the purposes of the prosecution, and hired this external counsel, Nathan Wade, whom she has been paying upwards of $1 million a year to for this indictment in Georgia. But it's not just that she bypassed the safeguards that Georgia has in place for conflict of interest, etc. There's a reason for which she might have done that. That reason, allegedly, is that she's having an affair with Nathan Wade. Nathan Wade, who was hitherto, or up until recently, married. And a day after he enters into this contract with Fani Willis, bypassing the safeguards of Georgia, gets a divorce from his wife. And the allegations of the lawsuit is that Fani Willis and Nathan Wade knowingly circumvented the rules, transparency, safety protocols, ethics protocols of Georgia, so that Fani Willis could usurp public funds to pay her now sugar daddy, or is she the sugar mommy to Nathan? Whatever. To usurp public funds, to surreptitiously pay a man that she's romantically involved in more than what, in theory, he would have been entitled to prosecute this claim in the first place, upwards of $1 million. So misappropriating public funds to redirect to her now chum-chum boyfriend, Nathan Wade, who in turn was using those funds to pay for alleged lavish vacations, cruises, etc., etc. It's wild.
Now, Michael Roman, a former Trump campaign official, filed a motion on Monday calling for the grand jury indictment to be dismissed and for Willis to be dismissed as well. Roman alleges that Willis and the special prosecutor, Nathan Wade, have been engaged in an improper, clandestine personal relationship during the pendency of the case, which has resulted in the special prosecutor and, in turn, the district attorney profiting significantly from this prosecution at the expense of taxpayers. He also says, quote, the district attorney and the special prosecutor have violated laws regulating the use of public monies, suffer from irreparable conflicts of interest, and have violated their oaths of office under the Georgia Rules of Professional Conduct. Now, the court filings, however, don't offer any evidence supporting these allegations, but say sources close to Willis and Wade have confirmed the romantic relationship.
It's wild because it does seem that Fani Willis bypassed all of the ethics protocols and conflict of interest protocols to give a very lucrative, beneficial contract to someone who she's romantically involved with to then prosecute someone who Fani Willis has a political gripe, a political vendetta against. And they've been doing it. And while this guy's been billing, by the way, the billing from Nathan Wade to Fani Willis's office is amazing. From one of the invoices, it seems that Nathan Wade actually billed 24 hours in one day. Billed an entire day of work. 24 hours worth of services at $250 an hour. From Nathan Wade's invoicing, it seems he also actually invoiced to meet with White House counsel. Go figure how a state prosecutor is meeting with White House counsel in the context of the Trump RICO persecution. It turns out that they are allegedly romantically involved, but if you read all of the mainstream media coverage on this, what's amazing, it's like they got their talking point. holy crap, this looks bad. Let's all run the allegation that the motion itself has no concrete evidence of any wrongdoing, and the MSM is coming out and saying, look, if you're having a relationship, there's nothing wrong with that. Just announce that you're having a relationship, and that'll end it. No. Because allegedly, in the context of this relationship, Fani Willis procured a very beneficial contract to the person with whom she's romantically involved, procured some indirect benefits from this, from vacations, etc., etc. The man with whom she's romantically involved is persecuting the Donald Trump RICO case. So there's a massive conflict of interest as a matter of justice. There's a massive conflict of interest as a matter of potentially, oddly enough, potential RICO violations to usurp public funds. But the media is saying there's no real smoking gun in this. That bird noise is kind of amazing. But what's really amazing in all of this, the attorneys for Michael Roman who filed this motion, they have access to some court documents that, for whatever the reason, it's the divorce filing of, what's the guy's name now? Nathan Wade and his, I guess, former wife. Michael Roman's counsel has access to the divorce filings, which are, for whatever the reason, I'm not sure if it's properly or improperly, but for whatever the reason, under seal.
A lot of this information she got through divorce filings from Nathan Wade, that private attorney who has helped drive this criminal case here in Atlanta. But the problem is that a lot of that evidence is now under seal. So there's not a lot of evidence out there in public to back that up, but certainly a stunning accusation, and one that really puts into question whether this investigation can move forward.
So Michael Roman's attorneys can't publicly disclose the information that they presumably have already accessed, which would evidence or provide the receipts of the allegations, the bombshell allegations in their motion. Presumably they have access to this already, but they can't disclose it to the public until such time as the divorce proceedings are unsealed. So we'll see. But to say that there's a dearth, an absence of any evidence substantiating these bombshell allegations is MSM lies. Because if nothing else, we've got the invoices, and my goodness, was Nathan Wade invoicing up the wazoo, up Fani Willis's wazoo, to the order of $1 million in a year, $250 an hour. Apparently Nathan Wade has not had sufficient defense experience to prosecute, carry out one of these RICO cases, so he was unfit to even have been appointed in the first place. Michael Roman is asking that the indictment be dismissed, that Fani Willis's office be disqualified, that this is a massive conflict of interest, and that Fani Willis and Nathan Wade might themselves have broken the law in order to procure the benefits of public funds that they would have not been entitled to, that Fani Willis had no business hiring external counsel, let alone one that she's romantically involved with, let alone one that she might be indirectly or directly benefiting from this contract by virtue of the fact that she pays him and he takes her on vacations, and they go live happily ever after having wrecked Nathan Wade's first marriage. Okay, that's the latest news of the day bombshell. Links will be in the pinned comment, wherever this is, so you can go read the articles. If I can get the motion, I'll include the motion. Otherwise, you might want to go find that motion on vivabarneslaw.locals.com. And if you like what I do, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Subscribe, Rumble, Viva Frei, Twitter, the Viva Frei, vivabarneslaw.locals.com. And just like that, the birds stop chirping. Peace out, peeps. Booyah!
Now, the court filings, however, don't offer any evidence.
You sit on a throne of lies.